So what was your big plan that had to wait till this time to work, Starman?
Oh, it's rather simple, really. Hey, Vlad.
Yes, what do you want?
We are trying to get another member added to the studio. We need your vote to make it work. Perhaps. Perhaps if you can explain this security thing outside the dragon's lair.
That sounds suspicious.
Oddball ordered Wiley to rush the security system on it, so no one would try to leave with the dragon.
Does he not trust me?
No, it's not just you. He also doesn't trust Vitreous not to let it escape.
No, I would leave the door open, and whatever happens, happens.
He's also afraid Dr. Wiley is going to mechanize it, so it's not just you.
Oh, alright, then how does this system work? Does Oddball have a password or something?
The system is designed to need 3 card keys. You're going to need all 3 to bypass the door.
Oh! So, that's what this is. Say, Vlad, I'll trade you this for your vote.
You know what? Give me a few minutes to think it over. I think I might just be able to get around that door. Now, where is my gun?
Alright. I have his gun still from when I took it. He'll be back. For now, let's start. Today on Misery Mire, we're heading into Death Mountain to try to gain the last pendant, which lies on the top of the Tower of Hera. It's a long journey and a long climb, so let's get started. Actually, today we're gonna have to go all the way across the map, practically. Going from the southwest corner here to the northeast. But first we kinda have to get the heck out of this desert. Aha! Alright, we're almost out of here. Stupid me. If you pick up this rock on this thing, it'll actually start dropping rupees. Really nice. And in here there's a fairy to help me heal my wounds. Figure might as well do this, so I don't drop dead of, well, death. On my way up Death Mountain. Ah, I see healing was a good idea. Very good idea. Now luckily I can move this rock this time, making it a bit faster for me to get to the Death Mountain. But we're still gonna have to go through Cairo Village. Come on. Okay, back to where we were at when we were at the library last time. And here's the whole Cairo village. Don't talk to any women outside their houses, they'll call the guards on you. You are actually a wanted criminal for the kidnapping of Princess Zelda. I guess the wizard didn't like us doing that. Also, don't stab or inflict any type of injury on these, green things. They'll electrocute you back. The best way to kill them is by freezing them with the ice rod later. They also have a special effect thing if you sprinkle magic powder on them. I also don't have that. that item I can safely say really is useless. But if you're going up the mountain, will you take me with you? Okay, how come this guy's allowed to lose his lamp, but I couldn't move the dang barrier back in Hyrule Castle without it? Fine. Vanish this mountain looking for the golden power. I don't want you to steal your wrong, so don't get involved in such a mad quest. Whoops, wrong way. Actually, I believe the golden power for once is in the hands of Ganon in this game. He already has it. And, golden power is the Triforce, another thing. He has it, that's why the whole Dark World's twisted around. And now we're on Death Mountain. With these woodchuck things that turn to stone when you hit them. If you wander into a magical transporter, gaze into this mirror. Feeling like it's going to absorb you into another world. The rocks in Death Mountain are just a pain in the ass. Whoopsies. Yes, make sure you grab the Moon Pearl in the next dungeon. Believe me, I've done it before. It's a simple thing to forget. And like that, we're out of the dungeon. The cave. Cave. That was just so I don't have to deal with these rocks coming down at me. But I still have to deal with them. God, they're a pain. I am so grateful they put a wall there. Otherwise, I could have fallen to God knows where. Okay, remember where that heart piece is. Because that's kind of important on what I'm going to do next. Okay. And I'm a pink bunny. This is world, this is the real world. The golden power is what changed your shape to reflect what is in your heart and mind. So this guy turns into a ball because he's kind of a pushover. The bully turns into a monster because he's a monster. Link turns into a pink bunny because I don't know. And I turned into a horrible green-eyed monster because I had a bit of problems with envy back in the days. Alright, back to the real world. And back to holding on to the Book of Medora. And now into the Tower of Hera. Now, before anyone comments, there's a glitch I could do called the Death Mountain Descent glitch. It pretty much would allow me to enter the Dark World and explore around a bit before killing Moldorm, apparently bypassing the Master Sword and Aghanim. You just need to get the Moon Pearl from the Tower of Hera, and you are golden. That is, unless you kill a boss. Then they'll drop a heart, if you're lucky, but no crystal. And there's no way to open the inventory. And let's just say you went to Mothula or Helmasaur King first, the spikes no longer will deal damage to you. Your only choice is to reset the system. And that is why I don't deem this as viable to my challenge run. Now, let's go take care of Tower of Hera. So, the first thing that's new to this dungeon is these crystal switches. When they're blue, the blue sides are down, and when they're pink, the orange sides are down. They are very useful in this game. also a bit of a nuisance when you do stuff like this. Now in other levels, I am going to have to use the bow and arrow to trip a lot of these switches along with bombs, but I'm going to try not to do it as much in this level. Alright. I can't get that rupee. Oh, if only I had a boomerang. Alright, I had to deal with them. Well, I didn't have to deal with them much last time. We're gonna have to deal with them now. The flying tiles of doom. I hate these things. You gotta wait for all 20 of them to fly at you. Luckily, they kind of have a very loose homing program on them, so they only go to where you are when they start flying. They're also very weak. One hit with a sword will take them out. And they always make a nice shape, and I almost made it through that. Darn it! Okay. Mini Moldworms. A little less armored than the giant pain in the butt we're gonna see later. Yeah, I don't think I need to call spoilers on this one, do I? Let's just say we're gonna see a giant one later. Okay, light these torches up. Whoops. And that gets us the big key. And now we just have to climb all the way to the top of the tower. And pick up the moon pearl. Let's not forget that this time. Like I did last time. You know, watching back all this footage, I can't believe I didn't read that gossip stone up there. I've been doing so well with reading those. Okay, these are blue bumper beetles, and they're a pain. Unless you throw them into holes. And let's start stockpiling bombs while we're at it. Come on. Oh, that's wonderful. And now everything has respawned, hasn't it? Nope, but my room is a bit out of whack. Retrospect, I could have just hit the star and sent him downward. Whoopsies. Try to remember which way we want that switch set. It is very important when we get up to the final, well, second to final floor. Oh, come on, I can't hit one of them with a pot? There we go. These things just don't want to drop hearts. There we go. And we got Kokongo's breathing fire. Just remember that the flames kind of stay on screen a bit longer than you'd like. Alright, 5th floor. And if I was Link, I would be dead tired from all the stairs. Okay, let's pick up the Moon Pearl. That'll not... Yeah, let me restart that. This item will let me not turn into a bunny in the Dark World. There are still hexes that'll negate the powers of the Moon Pearl, unfortunately, but this does a good job of not turning me into a bunny most of the time. And these pots give you a lot of health, but they don't respawn, so be careful. Well, unless you leave the dungeon. And I told you we're gonna see a giant Moldorm. Unlike the little ones, this one's weakness is its tail. And if you thought this battle is bad now, try doing it when you're running at the tail segment, because you said you weren't gonna do this with the sword. I hate my past self. Whoopsies. Oh god. Stay away from the edge. The edge will reset the battle if you go over. I think we're almost done. This thing seems to have gone into ludicrous speed. And now it's gone to plaid. And with that we collect the third and final pendant, the Pendant of Wisdom. And we can leave this strangely eyeball-shaped arena. Now go to the Lost Woods to get the Master Sword. And we'll do that next time. Now one of the rules that I have for the derpiest moments, that you guys have no way to know about, because I've only posted one before, is that they generally don't lead to the blooper that I took the footage from. But this time I'm going to make an exception, because this was my 4th fight with Moldorm, and it was the worst. Although the first fight I didn't even have the Moon Pearl. I didn't want to have to explain it though, so let's see a failed fight with Moldorm. At least I can heal right here. Oh god, get away from me! Arrgh! So close!
I just don't know what went wrong!
Now, the boss of this area is Moldorm. Giant worm that's guarded from head to tail. Well, minus the tail. Alright, every time you stab him, he gets Gotcha! Come on! Oh god! He gets a little bit faster every time you stab him, so just be careful. I think he only has 1 hit left and he's going down. Just be careful that you don't... Don't do that. Die! Come here, die! Crap! Oh, suffering slime! What was I thinking last time? Last time I went through Tower of Hera, I gave the level a 9, and I really have no idea why I did that. And I gave the boss a 10. Now the boss, I do have some idea on why I did that. It might have something to do with the fact that my way I was beating him was to use a dash attack into him. If I failed and didn't stop fast enough, I would be falling off the ledge. Not the best way to fight this guy. This time around, however, I'm going to give the level a 3. It's not exactly really difficult territory like I thought it was last time. I'm also going to give the boss a 3 as well, mostly because I don't have to charge at him this time. I think there's only one new item I'm missing, and that'd be the flippers. I'm not gonna add all the items you can get from the flippers until I actually go to get the flippers, because I'm gonna need them later. And now we have the third and final pendant. Next time we will gain the Master's Sword and be going on another castle raid, but first...
Damn! I can't seem to find my gun. I'm going to have to collect those keys after all. So, Vitreous, you have one key. Where are the other two?
I don't know.
This system is designed to randomize the keys among the members of the studio. Ah, so if Vitreous has one, then Oddball and Wily have two. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to side with them on this one. Actually, that isn't the only...
Wonderful. Good luck getting it from them, though. They aren't easily paid off. That went downhill fast. Alright, we're done for the day. Here's a preview for next time.